Okay, happy August Boat Club. This I hope will be a quick video, but it's on two what I think are interesting topics. One is new membership features, and the other is potentially new Clubhouse features. The first point is the new membership features, new revenue streams, while adding new features available to our membership. For a while now, we've pretty much been sold out of stand-up paddleboard storage. I get asked almost weekly for available space. So I think we do have a demand for more storage. So it makes sense to have more paddleboard storage, right? We do have space on the property. But we're going to take that a step further. First of all, without adding additional burden to our boatyard manager, Corey, we've created a new position, and we have a volunteer, Casey Lafferty, is going to be the storage manager moving forward. So you'll see in a little bit I have some direct QR codes if you want to send emails. She will be copied on all of those. So thank you, Casey, for stepping up and being our first ever storage manager. So here's what we're doing. We are adding, it's not quite complete, additional stand-up paddleboard storage. I got on the first design, I'm a maximum depth of 12 inches height for the bulk of the vessel. Is a simple design. It will be covered and wrapped storage, and the targeted price is $25 a month. Okay, it doesn't look like much yet, but I'm finishing construction on stand-up paddleboard storage down here on the back side of Big Boat Row next to the boat dock. So we're going to be able to store 6 paddleboards on each side, so we can put 12, and they will be lockable. We're going to cable both ends, cinch both ends with cables on the thickest side of the board, and that's how we're going to lock them down. It's going to be convenient. $25 a month right here times 12, and overall cost of this project $245, and a fair amount of sweat. But in addition to that, and this is my newest favorite idea, thank you very much, Carly Chance. She was the one who first kicked this idea of, we have a lot of members that want to come down to the bay and ride their bikes. Not everybody has a pickup truck, so we're going to create some storage space. It just turns out that Akunakoa has just moved out of a storage shed, so we're going to use that temporarily. We're going to paint that sucker up. We're going to put a fresh coat of lipstick on that thing, and we can at least get the first half dozen bicycles in there. So if you're interested to store your bicycle for $20 a month, I have this QR code available for you. So use your phone, zap that QR code. That will queue up a direct email to us that tells us that you would be interested in that. So right now we got room for at least a half a dozen. But that's only step one of this. So we're going to generate revenue from the storage, but we're also going to generate revenue with the lease back option. Some of you guys are members also of flying clubs. We are a 501c, and we're going to use the same model for lease back of toys. So in other words, if you want to help pay for your storage or even make a little bit more dough splitting a lease back of a bicycle or a stand-up board or a paddleboard or a kayak or whatever, that's the model. So shared usage of essentially toys. So you get the idea here. We could have bicycle rentals. Maybe we got a couple of beach cruisers, a couple of mountain bikes, whatever. I think the targeted price is $10 for a couple hours. I think the idea is we want to be the cheapest rate in all of San Diego, and very convenient and available if you ever decide you want to go on a bike ride. Or maybe it's $20 a day. If you have stuff that's sitting in your garage, not junk stuff, but good stuff, and maybe you'd like to donate it to the club, let me know, send an email. But the idea is that we start small with stand-up paddle boards and bicycles, and we grow to kayaks. At some point we'll do a paddle boat, perhaps, and maybe get one of those cool little electric 2-person catamarans that we can maybe put out on the dock Thursday through Sunday, something of this nature. If you would be interested in participating in this, I would be interested to this. This is a QR code that sends an email. Let's move on to the potentially new Clubhouse features. So there are 4 ideas that we are kicking around at this point. And so I'm going to call them off one at a time because I'm interested in feedback of each one. The one you're looking at here is the front room, and idea number 1 is a partitioning panel wall that basically separates our front room from our back room, and as an option makes it one big room. So on Sunday morning, when you got the racing club in the front room using this area, the door is closed. But on a New Year's Eve party or a Halloween party or a big event, we open the partition walls and we have one large room. I do not believe that wall to be load bearing. I do not think this would be a very expensive component. I think it's a good practical idea. This feature would have to come with uniform flooring. Probably we extend the same carpet or the same type of carpet from the bar area to the front room. So this is idea number 1, partitioning panel wall. Okay, so if you're interested to comment on that, there will be another link at the end. Idea number 1. Idea number 2 are roll-up windows along the bar wall. So it's not just a roll-up window, it's also creating additional bar space. So these are 8-foot existing windows. We're not going to basically cut big holes in the wall. We're just going to replace these windows with either a rolling up or a paneling wall window of some sort that's closable, of course, in the evenings. But when it's open, you've created serving space here, serving space here, and look over here. In addition to this, we've created a prep area for the galley and created a serving area, serving window here. Okay, this takes up a little bit of our bar space if we bring the galley out, but if we do open this room with a partitioning wall, we gain so much more space regardless. Okay, so the opening of the windows is just one part. Now we have to look outside and see what's required, because this door right here, this is an elevated deck. It's made of concrete. It's 15 inches high. In order to make this work, we are going to have to extend out the deck, another 15-inch elevation deck, all the way essentially to the edge of this window. And then we come out the other side all the way past the edge of this window. And then now you have an area where, you know, this is just one example of how we may do some seating out here on this deck in front of this 20-foot section. But I think it's a really smart utilization of space. And the other thing that it does is it gives us capacity of this bar. You guys know that we get lines, they accumulate here and they accumulate here. This gives us more serving area. That little hole in the wall window is not a good solution. A couple of you will notice right now there is a bit of a pinch point here. So we have a solution for that, but right here is where Jim Dutton just put those blue stripes because there's a pinch point there. So we do have a plan for that. But yeah, that is the bar and galley roll-up window idea. Also a practical, hopefully not a very expensive feature. This is idea number 2. If you like it or hate it or have a better idea, that's similar and provides something similar, I'm interested to know about that. Okay? So then I'm going to go on to idea number 3, and that is the U-shaped extension to the bar. If you open that paneling wall, then it is conducive to finish opening. We do have this is concrete, but there is already a window opening here. So we've extended the window opening to create a door, and then if we put a simple U-shaped bar out here, we've added yet another bar stool space for 8 or 10 additional seats here. Okay, so that is idea number 3, and that is a U-shaped extended wraparound bar in the front room. And then the last idea, number 4, is a relocated liquor room. For those of you who see your bartender disappear from time to time, they're headed to the liquor room, which is all the way back over here to go get refills. In this scenario, it's a nice feature add-on to the wraparound, but what we've done is created an opening here. What's back here now is our soda machine, gun, about 1,000 squirrels, and the ice machine. You'll also notice we've drawn the ice machine inside the building. This would be a huge benefit to the bartenders to bring the ice machine in order to have space for that. There's no way it's going to fit behind the bar in its current configuration. If we extended the bar, then we can bring the ice machine in. So, idea number 4 is a new liquor room that essentially is creating one new opening and creating a wall still under the existing roof, but essentially 2 walls. Again, I don't think that's a very expensive idea necessarily. Okay, those are the 4 ideas. Let's go back and just review these real quick. So partitioning split room wall, the roll-up window bar and galley service, U-shaped bar extension into the front room, and or relocated liquor room. So if you got any opinion, any comments, any ideas, any improvements, or more importantly, if you know of a contractor who is capable of meeting the boat club budget and letting us use some of our own labor for the heavy lifting, but can help us in the way we need help, and mostly that's to make it affordable, to be nice about it. So that's all I got. Looking forward to some feedback. Be nice, and we'll see you at the club.